You know, when I was a young man and wanted to go someplace to have a good time, hang out with my friends, and listen to some good music, I went to the bars. And of course, now that's still the case. But bars means something else. It stands for Bay Area Rainbow Symphony.
Yes.
And we're here with its new executive director, Dawn Harms. Welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry, bad joke. And see, I didn't even quite get it out.
It's okay. It's all right. I love jokes, so it's okay.
Yeah, but when they're good.
Yes.
So Bay Area Rainbow Symphony. Tell me about it.
All right. Well, the Bay Area Rainbow Symphony is just a wonderful organization, one of its kind actually in the city especially, because it's a very safe place for transgender, bisexual, gay and lesbian musicians that want a safe place and a welcoming place that they can just be themselves and enjoy wonderful music of the highest quality.
Right. And I was reading in your materials how you do not like to refer to these people as amateur musicians.
No. Because they're actually wonderful musicians. A lot of them wanted to go into music as a profession, but they just said, I want to do this for fun and do something else, and so it's really, really at a high level, and they love it, and that's why I love it. I mean, I work with professionals, I'm in all kinds of professional organizations, but I love them because they're hungry, they're ready to learn, and they love it. They're not just out there with their mom waiting at the, the youth orchestra. They love it to play.
Right. So how many members in the Bay Area Rainbow Symphony?
It's about 85. You know, they come and go because we start very early in the summer, so a lot of them are on vacation, and but the basic core is 85.
Right. Now, these aren't amateurs,
No.
but we're not talking about the San Francisco Symphony.
No.
Do you audition to get into Bay Area Rainbow Symphony?
Well, when I say they're not amateur, they actually are amateur. They don't do it for a living,
Right.
but I call it a community orchestra. And it's community in the sense that it's very much a family, and again, it's a safe place for them to perform. But we do perform in the Bay Area, and my goal is to perform all over the country and get the name out there.
Right. Now, you are new. You've
Yes.
just been on board a few weeks as of the
Yes.
time of this broadcast. But your career in music started a while ago. You started as a violinist, correct?
Yes. I still am a violinist.
From Paradise, California.
Sure.
So
Yes.
where does the road from Paradise to San Francisco go through?
Wow. Well, I started in the youth orchestra in Boston, and I went to New England Conservatory, and I majored in being a professional violinist. And so I'm a soloist, chamber musician, and I'm a member of the San Francisco Opera Orchestra. And then I was in a string quartet for 10 years in Amarillo, Texas. And then I said, I want to be in San Francisco. I love San Francisco. I'm from California. I'm basically a California girl. So I went and I auditioned on the viola, principal viola. That's a whole nother ball game. And I only knew 3 pages. I didn't know the clef, but I learned the 3 pages. I took the audition and I got principal viola just for a season. And then I took the audition to get in the violins. And so I'm in the opera orchestra still to this day.
What was it about Bay Area Rainbow Symphony that appealed to you when this job became available?
Well,
Was it the music or was it the community mission?
it actually was both. They perform at a really high level, which I love. There's a lot of community orchestras, but you don't necessarily want to hear them. They love playing, but it's not at the highest quality. And my goal is to get them at the highest quality so that they feel good about their performance as well as the audience. So I really stressed that, and I thought, it's also gay and lesbian, and I happen to be gay myself, and I thought, I've actually been very closed my whole life. I've been very closeted in a way, and I'm certainly out now, but it's a wonderful way to have that platform I want it to be the place to go on concert night. That's the place to be. It's fun. We educate without the audience knowing. They just love the music, because classical music in some senses it's not dying, but it's very hard to get it funded.
Well, and I was also reading in your materials about how you have a passion for young people
Yes.
experiencing music. I mean, when I was a little boy in Richmond, Virginia,
Yes.
my mother and my grandmother took me to Masonic Auditorium to hear the Richmond Sinfonia, just because they wanted me to be exposed to it.
Absolutely.
Well, and then when I was in school, there was a music in schools program. I mean, how many schools have the budget now? What can you do in the Bay Area Rainbow Symphony to expose young people to classical music?
Well, see, I actually do a family program myself with the violin. I play everything from Bach to the Orange Blossom Special, and then we have a composition section, and I have costumes. I dress up only 2 characters, a canary and Billy Bob Betty Sue, and the whole thing encompasses classical music in a fun way, which will expose kids, because it's not their fault if they've never been exposed to it. So I'm hoping that bars will be a platform for that. And I know the Symphony has a wonderful program called AIM, where they go out in the schools. But I think bar, again, it's a unique situation because it has that platform where people don't want to pay $60, $75 to hear classical music. They can come in any way they are, dressed any way they want. It's
because they want to hear the music.
Stuffy. They just want to hear the music, and they want to enjoy it and have a ball.
Now,
and that's what we do.
Now, you said that you educate in kind of, you didn't say subversive.
I said they educate without them knowing it, the audience.
So what are you educating about, music or LGBT issues?
Well, I guess a little of both. They might have never heard of bars, and if they go, they will certainly know. And our audience they have a built-in audience, and that's what I love too. It's not kind of like this kind of hush when you go into the symphony and the opera. There's this liveliness. It's almost like a social party. And it's not a dating service, but it's not like bars, meaning literally bars where you can get a drink. It's almost, take away that, and you have a wonderful atmosphere of meeting people, just meeting people of your own kind, and straight people alike. And that's what I love. They come for the music, but yet it's a fun social time.
Yeah. Did music help you come out of the closet?
Well, it did, because in the arts there are so many other gay people. And I was raised Christian, and it was very scary for me to come out, very scary, and I was under a rock for so long. And music made me seem it was okay. It's okay, because I actually played and sent my message and did all my feelings through my playing.
Yeah, it's hard not to let emotion out when you're playing an instrument. I'm a pianist and a singer,
well,
so
you can express yourself, and you express it through the music when you can. And that's the other thing at bars. We try to have gay composers and gay performers, gay soloists too, which they might not have a platform otherwise. So we really try, it's not all gay composers, but we try to have at least one on every performance.
You know, it's just terrible that you don't have a nice venue, though. I mean, I understand you're playing. I'm being facetious.
I know. At the San Francisco Conservatory of Music is a wonderful venue.
Gorgeous
it's
new platform.
Now, we don't always get to play there because they are very booked, but we get way in advance. Hopefully we observe it, and we play also in St. Mark's Church, but the Conservatory, which will be on September 7th, by the way, our first concert, is just a wonderful venue.
Right. In our last few minutes, talk to me about what is the typical, or is there a typical musician at the Bay Area Rainbow Symphony?
You know, the typical musician is they've worked from 9 to 5, and then they practice their part really quickly, they come to rehearsal, and that's why I try to make rehearsals really fun. Because otherwise it's just, it's another job. And that's not what it is. It's because they love it. People go play softball after work, or they'll go do soccer, they'll join all kinds of teams. And I want it to be almost like a team, like a baseball team.
So music is not only the soul of love, it's the soul of liberation.
That's right, absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you. We've been speaking with Dawn Harms of the Bay Area Rainbow Symphony. I'm David Perry, and thanks for watching 10%. We look forward to seeing you here next week.